This is chapter 4, and the planet is called Averon, Averon. And a lot of times the computer does not say the name right because these are weird names. And this planet here, they make paint. So it's kind of interesting. So here we go.
The people are called Averon in the galaxy of AVER, and they make all kinds of paint. As I was on my way to AVER and I was thinking about all the factories on Averon. There was just so many there, and I guess they are looking for help all the time. I got a call from one of the plants there and I am on my way there. I just heard the caption say we are almost there, get ready to depart. I was all ready to go. Just as soon as the ship landed I got off and headed toward the Wisha Inn. A guy come up to me and said, "Are you Jack Wish?" I said, "Yes I am. How can I help you?" He said that he was looking for a job and did not know how to apply for one here. He just got off the space bus and he see me get off too. I said, "Come with me and we will find out." The inn was not very far from the space bus station. We got there and went inside and I said, "Who is in charge here?" An elderly man come out from the back. There is office behind the counter, so you can do your paperwork without being disturbed. I said, "I hope you can help this man." The old man looked at the kid and said, "How can I help you?" He said, "I am looking for a job here and how do I apply for one and where do I go?" The old man looked at me and said, "Boy, you look like Jack Wisha." I said, "Where do you know me from?" He said, "I went to the main office once to make a presentation on how to run the Wisha Inn and make money, even on a planet where there was not much business." Yes, I remember that, but I could not find out who was the speaker. I guess you got done and headed back here. He said, "I had to get back here. I was the only one running the inn back then. There just not enough business to hire someone to even take my place back then, so the inn was closed while I was gone. I did not realize that business was so bad back then with some of the inns. Now I do, and I will check and see which ones needs help and more advertising. Now to answer your question. Go out the door and take a left and go 3 blocks and you will see a sign that says, Employment Agency, and then the hours. That is where you will have to do. They hire for all the companies here. That is probably where you will have to start there too. I guess walk with you. Can you put my luggage in my room?" He said, "Yes, I can do that. I will get your room ready for you too. It has not been used for a long time, so we will have to do some cleaning. We just don't have the time to clean all the rooms all the time, and the ones that are not used we don't clean much. From now on, if you want to rent my room out, you can. I will call ahead of time, so you will have it empty when I get here." He said, "That will work even better. There was once we could have rented it out but did not know if you would show up, so we left it empty. All you had to do is call the main office and see if anyone was going to be there at that time, then you could have found out. From now on, call if you need help or if you just need to know something. We own all the Wisha Inns on every planet. We bought everyone so anyone would have a place to stay if they went to that town looking for a job. That is why the rates are low. Your pay is not based on how much the inn makes. If after all this time you have been paying for everything from the account that was set up here. We maintain all the accounts for all the inns. If there is not enough money in the account to pay the bills, we deposit enough so all the bills can be paid. If there is enough in the account, we don't deposit anything in the account. So all this time you have been just using what you have taken in. We will look at the books and see what has to be done, okay? We will talk more when I get back." I left my stuff there and I said, "Okay then, let's go." As we walked down the street, "I guess you have your own problems running the newspaper. You don't know the half of it. With the newspaper and all the space buses delivering all the paper and passengers, it takes a lot just to keep all the space buses fixed and running. He looked at me and then he said, "Do you need someone to keep the fleet up and running and set up prevention repair to keep all the buses running?" My last job was to keep a bus service running for a school district and maintain them. The reason I lost my job, the company I worked for lost the contract and laid everyone off. I have someone that works on them and fixes them, but I don't know if you can help him out. Okay, go back to the inn and I will call him and find out. He turned around and went back to the inn. I got the office and went in and said, Can I talk to the manager? I am Jack Wisha from the Wisha newspaper." She said, "Just a minute, he is on the phone." Just then someone come out of the office and said, "I was hoping that I would be here when you got here. I wanted to meet you. My name is Paul Levers and I run the employment agency here. I also have someone that has fleet maintenance experience that needs a job. He is not a mechanic, he sets up the maintenance for a fleet." Paul said, "The jobs here are for machinery mechanics and painters." I said, "Okay, what you want to advertise for?" Paul said, "We need more painters and machinery mechanics." "Okay, when is a good time to set up the ad to be put in the paper?" Paul said, "Can you come in about 2 tomorrow and then I should have the ad ready for you then?" I said, "Okay, 2 will be good." I got up and shook his hand and left and headed back to the inn. I got there and James said, "We have your room ready and Tim Wolf has checked in and it is just about time for dinner. What you like to have?" I said, "Bring me chicken sandwich and fries and a diet drink, like a 2-liter. When it is done, please bring it up to my room, thank you." James said, "Okay." I left and went to my room and I opened the door and what did I see? The room was great. There was a desk, small table with 4 chairs, and a queen bed. The dresser was good size and the best part, there was a walk-in closet. The room was great. I grabbed the phone and sat at the table and called the main office. My wife picked up and said, "Wisha newspaper." I said, "Hi hon. Can you put me through to the bus station? I got here and all kinds of things are going on." "I will tell you later," she said. "I will put you through." The phone rang and Tim answered. "Hello," he said. "Tim, this is Jack. Have you got time to talk for a minute?" Tim said, "I have time. We are in the middle of a job and have to wait for parts anyway." I said, "Could you use someone that can keep track of the space bus maintenance and repair? This way you can have more time to fix and repair them." Tim said, "Boy, that would help a lot, and if the person can do some cleaning of the buses that would be really good. We could use an extra hand around here anyway. If the person can take care of the maintenance schedule too, that would be a plus. I will see if he will do the schedule and clean the buses too. I will get back to you if I hire him, okay?" Tim said, "Okay, goodbye for now." I said, "Night." I hung up the phone and went to James' room and knocked on the door. He come to the door and said, "Come in." His room was a lot smaller than mine but works. I sat down and told him all about the job and he said, "Sounds good." I said, "There will be a lot of work, not much chance of advancing in the job though. Maybe later on there will be more of office job, never know with all the things going on here." He said, "Better than not working at all." "Okay, I will call and you can go there on the next bus out of here in the morning. Won't cost you anything. We have a Wisha Inn there too and you can stay there until you get a paycheck, and then we can transfer you to the boarding house. There you can stay as long as you work for the paper." Tim said, "Boy, that will work. I will call the office and tell them you will be there sometime tomorrow. That way you can make out all the paperwork and get the key for your room and see Tim Dorsum in the mechanic shop. Well, if I don't see you again, take care and work hard and do what Tim says, and you will keep your job." I got up and shook his hand and left and went back to my room and called the main office again. Jane answered the phone and said, "The Wisha newspaper, and how can I help you?" I need to talk to Tim again," she said. "Okay, I will transfer you." The phone rang and Tim said, "Hello," I said. "Hi Tim, how did you know it was me? It has not been long since I called before." Tim said, "Yup, okay, did you hire that guy?" I did. He will be there sometime tomorrow, and for the first week don't work him too hard but let him kind of work into the job. If he has been in an office for a long time, it might be a while for him to get back into working again. I know sometimes the space buses are really dirty and need a lot of cleaning. Tim said, I know, and sometimes we don't have the time to clean them before they go out too, so this will be good. At least they might go out cleaner than when they come in. I said, that is a plus. Okay, put me back to the main office. He said, okay. I heard a click and the phone run and Jane answered. I said, hi hon, I just hired Tim Rolfe and he will be in the office sometime tomorrow and have him make out all the paperwork. Okay, she said, okay, I can do that. How are you doing tonight? I said, busy, and I have not even had dinner yet. Just then a knock come on the door. I said, well, dinner time. Love you and talk to you later, she said. Love you and have fun, as she laughed. I hung up and went to the door and dinner was served. I turned on the TV and at dinner. I watched TV until I went to bed. I got up and had breakfast and then went out to sightsee. I had James call me a taxi and I waited outside. I went sightseeing, and when it was time, I went to the employment office and got the ad. And just as I got back to the inn, James said, Jane called and she wants you to call as soon as possible. I said, okay. I went to my room and sat down and picked up the phone and ran the number, and Jane picked up the phone and said, is this Jack? I said, yes it is. I guess we have a problem. The guy you sent in is not really a guy. It was a woman dressed up as a man. I said, wow, I would have figured that out, but I guess I was trying to do my things. I am sorry I did not notice that. How did you figure that out? When she put her husband's name down as spouse on the application and his phone number as contact number. That is alright. Just tell Tim that, and if she can do the job, it don't matter. So did you find out her real name? She put Timmy on the app. That is okay. Just make sure you tell Tim that. Everything should be fine. Jane said, when will you be back here? I said, I will be back on the next bus. I have to take care of some stuff here first, so it might be the bus in the morning. Love you, see you tomorrow. She said, love you, and hung up. I went down to the front desk and said to James, how long have you been working here and how hired you on, and I really need to see the books, and do you have a computer here? James said, there is a computer here that you sent from the office, but it has not been taken out the box yet. I know nothing about them, let alone how to set one up. I said, we will take care of that, okay? We will get you some help in there so you don't have to be here 24 hours a day with no pay, okay? James just looked at me and said, well, I will be on vacation if I only have to work 8 hours a day. I looked at him and said, not anymore, we will fix that. You will still be the manager, but you will only work first shift, not all 3. James said, boy, that sounds good to me. He went into the office and brought out the books that he has been keeping. I said, I am going to my room and look them over, okay? James said, that is fine. He went back into the office and I went to my room. I opened the books and he kept them from when he started, many years ago. I think he has been here for at least 10 years now. I looked over the books and found that he got paid what was left over after the bills got paid, so he worked 24 hours a day 7 days a week, sometimes, and only got 200.00 for the whole month. He lived here for free and ate here for free, so that would be just about right for working just 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now it is his fault for not calling the main office for more help. Also, it does not look like he took out taxes from his paycheck either, so I don't know what to do there either. He never called the office and turned in his hours every week for everyone that was working and deposit the money in the right bank account, so we never got flagged for the account because it was never used. So I will have to find out how much is in the account. I can go to the bank now and find out. I got up and went down to the back and told them who I was and where I am from and wanted to find out how much was in the account and if it had been used at all. The bank teller could not help me, it has been too long, so the manager come out and he found the old account and said, There is 12,000 in the bank and the account has only had deposits for the past 10 years. No checks have been wrote on the account. Okay, I will need a printout of bank account from the last 10 years. I hope you can do that. He said, no problem. Just give me a min. He typed in some stuff and then it started to print. 12 pages later, he said, here you go. I said, thank you and I will talk to you later if I need any more info. He said no problem. I got up and went back to my room and sit down and looked at his books and the bank deposits. Everything matched and then I was trying to figure out how he got paid. I called the desk, and I said, James, can you come up here? He said, okay. I heard him coming up the stairs and he knocked on the door. I said, come in. I said, have a seat. I said, okay, I see you made a deposit once a month for the past 10 years and nothing has been taken out to pay the bills. James said, the guy that hired me, rather, I took his place, said, pay the bills out of the draw and you get paid out of the draw. At the last of the month, what you have left over, go and put it in the account and don't call the office for anything. If you do, they will send someone to replace you and you will be out of job. So I never called, I just took care of everything here. Then I said, that is why we had not information on the net about who was working here and what was going on all this time. If it was not for me coming here for a ad they wanted to place in the paper, I would have never known. James said, okay, what is going to happen now? We will set up the computer and you can take a class to learn how to use it. And we will hire some more people to work here. You will be their boss. We will put you on the payroll and you will get a check in the mail once a week. You will put your hours worked on the computer every day and that is how you will get paid. Also, you will have different prices for every room, with daily and weekend rates, with weekly rates and monthly rates. Within 2 or 3 days, someone will be here to help you out. Can you get me the same I got last night for dinner? Tim said, no problem, I will have it up there in no time. He got up and he seemed to be happy now. He got up and went downstairs. A little while later he brought dinner. I ate and watched TV until I fell asleep. I got up in the morning and went to the space bus station. I did not have to wait long, they were on time. Written by Jack Wisha.
Yep, this is John Ruland III, and I'll see you at the next story.